Hey guys, hello everyone, welcome back. I haven't been around for a while, but I felt like my blitz rating dropped quite a bit. Actually, already regained some ground, but I felt like playing a little bit of blitz games just to kind of regain even some more ground. At my peak, I was somewhere between 25 and 2600 on rapid. So we're playing. I'm sorry, on Blitz. I was mentioning the Blitz. So this game is played on the 3+2 time control. So it's going to be slightly faster than, let's say, the normal speed that you are used to see on this channel. Hopefully, it still should be quite educational. So this is called the closed Sicilian. I want to play d4 now to gain a tempo on his knight. He's playing very quickly. Good for him. Now this bishop is slightly misplaced on e4, so an idea could be to play a move like bishop h3 at some point in order to disrupt slightly his castling. So if I play bishop h3 now, I think he has the move knight f4, so maybe I'm not actually uh, gaining too much by such a move. So let's just develop and castle our king. Bishop f4. I don't mind too much exchanging pieces, but I don't want to exchange on f4 by myself. I want him to capture on d6 so it can develop my queen. So let's play rook e8, also a developing move. Yeah, now since he didn't took on d6, I have the option of going bishop f8 to try to keep some pieces on the board a little bit. Or I can just continue developing, let's say by moves such as bishop g4. I think I'll do that. It's slightly annoying to create this pin. If he plays the move f3, it's a slightly weakening move. The king position is slightly being weakened, and also his bishop on e4 no longer will have an option to retreat to g2, so it would be quite a... Yeah, he played f3, and I don't like this move for him. I think it's a mistake. How can I punish this mistake? Not so clear at the moment. Let's play bishop e6 at the moment, just once again safeguarding my bishop. So as you can see, with the bishop on e4 and f5 could be a very serious idea to kind of force his bishop to make a decision. Yeah, so he plays f4, but once again, that's a small weakening of his king position. So I think I'm quite happy to kind of let's say provoking him to make such moves. Let's try to exchange the bishops. This is quite a powerful bishop. Now um, I can no longer try to capture him. So I think the most sensible thing to do is to exchange him, which will also clarify the e-file for me. And I can try to build up some pressure along the e-file. He does have more than a minute on the clock, more than me. So I should be probably speeding up a little bit. King f2, well, that's a very bad move, I think. Now I can play rook e3 and rook e8, and his king is really not so safe on f2. So now he wants to exchange some pieces with the move rook e1. So I'm thinking about disrupting this idea with playing queen h5, and there is a tactical point. If he goes king h2, there is rook e2. So that's actually checkmate, so he must defend. So either we have king to g2, or he needs to push his h-pawn forward, which creates even more weaknesses that I can exploit. So here you see a little bit of this technique where when your opponent's position is very solid, you need to try to provoke him to move some pawns forward, which creates some weaknesses. You see he played the move h4, and now it's very difficult for him to defend the pawn on g3. I don't see actually any good way to defend this pawn. Probably his position is already resignable. He should have probably played the move h3, which at least is not allowing me to play the move queen to g4, because now you can just resign. Queen takes g3 is just devastating. It's a checkmate. Also, I think he played a little bit too quickly, even for a 3+2 time control. At least in some of the critical moments, when he's realizing that his position is becoming slightly sensitive, you should take more time to think about your moves, I think. So he played rook e1, but that's already desperate. King f1 is the only move. Now I can just collect some pawns if I want. I can also do some other things, but this should be easy enough. I think really his problems started with the move f3 that he did. I will take a look at it slightly later on. So what would be the quickest way to win here? I think I'll take this pawn. Already 2 pawns up. Now I take this pawn. Also this pawn, and then I have the move queen c1 check, so he has to go to e2. It will be a third pawn and then a fourth pawn. And you know, an old Chinese proverb says that if you have 4 pawns up, you probably win. Yeah, now the simplest is to go knight e5, forcing him to go into a pawn endgame, which is very easily winning. Yeah, so he keeps on playing, but that's already completely garbage time at this point. So this is checkmate. So thank you for Mr. Samanamir. Probably Samanamir, right? Amir is the first name. So just to take a quick look, I think the position was kind of normal, I would say, like a normal position. Let's consult the engine. So at this point, well, the engine already says that black is slightly better, like 0.5, 0.6. This is due to his space advantage in the center. And yeah, the engine is kind of likes the move f3. I didn't like it so much, but you see already after f4, he says that black is already much better. And I think this position, I'll just turn off the engine. It's turn off too much noise. This position is symmetrical, but there's a huge difference between black's position and white's position. Black has a space advantage, so his pieces are more centralized, and the white king is permanently weakened by those 2 moves that he made. Yeah, so this one was probably a pretty easy victory. Also notice that white's main mistakes came later on when he king f2. You know, don't go with your king into the center for no good reason. And then the move h4 was already probably the losing move. So queen h5, sometimes you need to provoke your opponent's pawns to go forward in order to create extra weaknesses. That's an idea to keep in mind. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.